Market reaction very clear in the last sort of 12 hours, right? You have S&P futures up, you have dollar down, you have yields down. Is that the correct reaction?
I don't know that there's a correct reaction. I think, from my perspective, this election played out exactly like the polls were telling us, which maybe was, number one, a reassurance. After the last several election cycles, both the UK Brexit vote and the US election, I think there was a, do we even know how to understand what's going on? So I would say, number one, this is a, if you want to chalk up a win or a lose, it's a win for the polls, frankly, and our ability to get a pulse on what's going on. I think this means that there are not going to be any big shifts, right? And so, if the market was worried about more turmoil, more uncertainty, a bigger deficit, a change in regulatory policy, right, I think those worries are gone, because I just don't see how much changes, with the exception possibly of a Democratic House causing more distraction for the administration. But again, in terms of like shifts in policy, which is what we're looking to see, is it going to shift the macro economy or is it going to shift the regulatory environment? I don't know that we see much change happening.
So that's why I mentioned Goldilocks, because of that, you have that weaker dollar. Because of that, yields are going lower. Is this in the perfect scenario for an equity buyer? Because you're not going to have that risk of an overheating, that sugar high 0.2. Yeah, there might be some distractions, but the market clearly has not been moved by those distractions in the last couple of years.
I think that's right. When we look at our sort of macro forecast for the U.S., we do not see any risk of a recession in the next 12 months, although I shouldn't say no risk, but like minimal risk. It's definitely later cycle now than it was a year ago, but we still do not see, like that end coming. I guess the question for us is global growth, and that weaker dollar, in fact, may be something that's going to give more support to a broader global growth, which in turn might just benefit the U.S. even more. So yeah, that Goldilocks scenario definitely is I think, what we're seeing right now.